Greetings, welcome, salutations, hello, and best wishes to you all. National Thesaurus Day is here to guide, steer, direct, and usher us into this week's ServiceMonster show. Hold on to something, because this week's tip of the week is a brand new edition of not the swift, nor the fast, rapid, speedy, or brisk. That's right, a brand new edition of our quick ad. It's showtime. All right, guys, we've been hinting at it for weeks, but ServiceMonster Update 6.3.2 was released out into the wild on Wednesday, January 9th. I know we had a few road bumps right there at the start, and because there were some major feature changes, I know that there was a lot of initial confusion there, and we are taking some steps, some processes that we're going to implement over here to make sure that there is kind of more education that goes on beforehand. I'm going to have some opt-in, opt-out kind of scenarios. Really just wanting to make it so that the transition is easier for everyone. So just so you guys know, next time around, that will be a smoother process for everyone involved. As for the update itself, last time I know Javi went through the features that were coming out, and so I'm going to spend the majority of my time on the quick ad. And for that, I just kind of want to take a moment to have kind of a shout out. Our developer, Aaron, has been working painstakingly on this for the last couple of months.
Yeah, Aaron.
We're all very excited for the feature. I personally love it, and so we're going to go through that, and I also have a video that we'll link down below that goes through the entire process with me kind of recording my screen. You guys can follow that if you're interested in learning more about it. However, if you guys are the impatient type, like I am, I'm going to cover the majority of this in this week's Tip of the Week. All right, so the quick ad. Felt like this is as good a time as any to go through this. It's one of my favorite features that makes the training process as smooth as possible, because really, it's a wizard that allows you guys to put in accounts, orders, jobs, and your confirmations all in one process, should you choose to do that. So the process is the same as it was before. We're going to start up with that lightning bolt button that says Add, and from there it's going to bring up a little pop-up window. In that pop-up window, you enter in the accounts and the orders the same as you did before. If they're a repeat client, you can choose them on the right-hand side. If they're a new client, you enter on all their information. Once you get to the order section, you'll put the order in as normal. Again, no changes here. So where the new feature is going to take place is when you click on the job section. From here, you actually have the whole schedule in a miniature version that you can see the different colors of the jobs and the availability of your technicians. You can even expand the quick ad so it's a larger view, so you can see more of that week on hand should you need the space. Once you've clicked with your cursor on any of the sections you want to have the job scheduled, the job settings on the right-hand side are going to pop up. So you can verify you have the right time, verify you have the right technicians. You can change the job type, estimate, work, rework, etc. You can also put in your technician notes. There's a little tab. You just click on there, pulls that over, write in the notes, swap back. But here's where it gets even better. You can click confirm, and you can make another job for that same order by selecting it on the quick ad. Or you can take and use these little arrows next to that confirm button. If you use the smaller arrow, it duplicates that job to the same route at the same time the very next day. If you do the double arrow, it does the exact same process for next week. So any of you that have multi-day jobs, this is going to make that process a lot smoother. Lastly, guys, there is that confirmation section down there. So you can send off an email or a text confirmation. And if you're doing the job reminders on a manual setting, you can select those here to add them to the job. Once you put in that information, you can hit save and close. And this is where my particular favorite feature comes in. It's going to give you a little tab down at the bottom that's going to show the account, the order, and the job, assuming you put in all three. And it will stay there until you close this little tab. So from here, you can jump into the account. You can jump into the order. You can jump to the schedule and complete any additional notes or things that you want to deal with before kind of moving on and making sure that everything's finalized there. You don't have to search for that account. You don't have to search for that order. Everything that you just did is right there in front of you. Moving into Smug, we have a couple of great posts since the last time that we had the show. Kevin asked the users if there was a way to have the feature added so he could move his line items up and down. Well, to his surprise, that feature actually already exists. And Russell and Matt actually gave him advice in both the mobile app and on the desktop on how to actually accomplish that. So I love the camaraderie there, guys. Teresa asked a question about getting an email list for a group of her customers in a certain setting that she could email off to Constant Contact so they could run a campaign for her. And Russell again, ding-a-ding, going to give him the gold star this week. But Russell again helped there, went through the entire process with her. So it was very kind of you, Russell. Thank you. So next we had another Kevin who asked a great question about FMS, or Fill My Schedule. He asked for some feedback from everyone on what time periods people were getting the biggest ROI from. There's some great kind of collaborative feedback there. People, explaining which months worked out for them the best as far as the 8-step reminder program. And really, guys, just want to take this moment. If you don't have a client retention program, whatever it is, whether it's using our Fill My Schedule, whether it's using email campaigns, whatever it is, make sure you guys have that. It's one of the easiest things you can do that is going to increase and help you guys grow. If you are interested in the Fill My Schedule program, go ahead and give Annette here at ServiceMonster a call. She'd be happy to walk you through that process. Lastly, we have Bruno, who asked about Zapier integrations and whether or not we've been making a bigger push. Well, as Joe mentioned on the comment there, be on the lookout, guys, for later next week. It's going to be a big push as far as any users who are interested in Zapier integration. Really want to make that feature kind of a prominent thing that's going to help you guys. So be on the lookout next week for an email that's going to be coming in about that. And if you have any questions, go ahead and give us a call. So thanks, guys, so much for your attention. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button down below, and leave us a comment. Let us know how you feel about the new Quick Add. If you haven't given it a try, I highly suggest that you do. I really think it's going to be helpful for you guys. Make sure you give us a call if you have any questions. And with that, we bid you all farewell. Goodbye, so long, sayonara, adios. See you next time, guys.